Now that the suspension is all squared away on the Cutlass, it is time to turn our attention to the frame. About a year ago, I installed some plates on the side of the frame, boxing it in. Now it's time to finally finish up the bracing kit. So we started by cleaning all of the areas on the frame where we're going to weld. This kit is definitely not for beginners. There is tons and tons of welding and tons of geometry involved in this kit. Once the frame was all ready to go, we had to lower the body back down onto the frame. And we actually had to do this because the frame bracing kit actually bolts to the floor as well. So it's really going to stiffen up the chassis. Once all of the body bolts were tight, we could finally start on the mock-up. It starts with this rear hoop and then ties into these front bars that follow the frame. Now, we really struggled getting all of the geometry right on this kit. It was also extremely exhausting to try and hold all of these parts up while laying underneath the car. So we decided to split up here. Mike was figuring out the geometry on the rear, and I decided to grab the motor, get it off the stand, that way we could get it bolted to the transmission. We have to get the drivetrain in the car so that we can mock it up to make sure all of our drivetrain geometry is correct. While I was doing that, Mike was drilling the holes and installing the riv nuts for the bracing kit, and then we had to mock up that rear bar one more time to make sure that it was sitting in the correct spot. All of the pieces in this kit were about 4 inches long, which is nice because they give you tons of room for trimming, but it also takes a ton of time to get everything trimmed down perfectly. So once the front bars were trimmed, it was time to do these rear bars, and then you can see the 2 bolts that tie the frame to the body. So this kit actually comes with a new trans mount, so we're going to have to figure out all of the drivetrain geometry and get everything set in the next video, as well as tacking everything into place and making sure all of our measurements are correct. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.